Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The set of elements common to two or more sets. An artifact that has been created by someone or some process. They improve their product every year. Commodities offered for sale. That store offers a variety of products. A quantity obtained by multiplication. The product of 2 and 3 is 6. A chemical substance formed as a result of a chemical reaction. A product of lime and nitric acid. A consequence of someone's efforts or of a particular set of circumstances. Skill is the product of hours of practice. The set of elements common to two or more sets. The set of elements common to two or more sets. The set of red hats is the intersection of the set of hats and the set of red things. A junction where one street or road crosses another. A point where lines intersect. A representation of common ground between theories or phenomena. A point or set of points common to two or more geometric configurations. The act of intersecting, as joining by causing your path to intersect your target's path. An artifact that has been created by someone or some process. They export most of their agricultural production. The quantity of something, as a commodity, that is created, usually within a given period of time. Production was up in the second quarter. A display that is exaggerated or unduly complicated. She tends to make a big production out of nothing. A presentation for the stage or screen or radio or television. Have you seen the new production of Hamlet? Economics, manufacturing or mining or growing something, usually in large quantities, for sale. He introduced more efficient methods of production. Law, the act of exhibiting in a court of law. The appellate court demanded the production of all documents. The act or process of producing something. Shakespeare's production of poetry was enormous. The creation of value or wealth by producing goods and services. Engage in the trade of. Commodities offered for sale. Good business depends on having good merchandise. Spend extravagantly. Commodities offered for sale. Articles of the same kind or material, usually used in combination, silverware, software. A quantity obtained by multiplication. An unofficial association of people or groups. The smart set goes there. Get ready for a particular purpose or event. Set up an experiment. Several exercises intended to be done in series. He did 4 sets of the incline bench press. Representation consisting of the scenery and other properties used to identify the location of a dramatic production. The sets were meticulously authentic. A relatively permanent inclination to react in a particular way. The set of his mind was obvious. Disappear beyond the horizon. The sun sets early these days. Decide upon or fix definitely. Put or set, seeds, seedlings, or plants, into the ground. Establish as the highest level or best performance. Set a record. Urge to attack someone. Set down according to a plan. A carefully laid table with places set for 4 people. usually followed by to or for, on the point of or strongly disposed. We are set to go at any time. Converted to solid form, as concrete. Make ready or suitable or equip in advance for a particular purpose or for some use, event, etc. Determined or decided upon as by an authority. The time set for the launching. Equip with sails or masts. Insert a nail or screw below the surface, as into a countersink. Locate. The film is set in Africa. Fixed and unmoving. With eyes set in a fixed glassy stare. Put into a certain place or abstract location. Adapt for performance in a different way. Set this poem to music. Psychology, being temporarily ready to respond in a particular way. The subject set led them to solve problems the familiar way and to overlook the simpler solution. Become gelatinous. Situated in a particular spot or position. A house set on a hilltop. Fix conclusively or authoritatively. Set the rules. Evil Egyptian god with the head of a beast that has high square ears and a long snout, brother and murderer of Osiris. Arrange attractively. Alter or regulate so as to achieve accuracy or conform to a standard. Estimate. The process of becoming hard or solid by cooling or drying or crystallization. He tested the set of the glue. Bear fruit. Set in type. My book will be typeset nicely. A group of things of the same kind that belong together and are so used. A set of books. Any electronic equipment that receives or transmits radio or TV signals. The early sets ran on storage batteries. Apply or start. Set fire to a building. A unit of play in tennis or squash. They played 2 sets of tennis after dinner. Being below the horizon. The moon is set. Fix in a border. The goldsmith set the diamond. Give a fine, sharp edge to a knife or razor. Mathematics, an abstract collection of numbers or symbols. The set of prime numbers as infinite. Put into a certain state. Cause to be in a certain state. Set the house afire. Put into a position that will restore a normal state. Set a broken bone. Set to a certain position or cause to operate correctly. Set clocks or instruments. The act of putting something in position. He gave a final set to his hat. The descent of a heavenly body below the horizon. Before the set of sun. The human act of creating. The event that occurred at the beginning of something. From its creation the plan was doomed to failure. The act of starting something for the first time, introducing something new. Everything that exists anywhere. An artifact that has been brought into existence by someone. Theology, God's act of bringing the universe into existence. That which is pleasing or valuable or useful. Weigh the good against the bad. Articles of commerce. With or in a close or intimate relationship. A good friend. Moral excellence or admirableness. There is much good to be found in people. Exerting force or influence. A warranty good for 2 years. Promoting or enhancing well-being. The experience was good for her. Often used as a combining form, in a good or proper or satisfactory manner or to a high standard. Good is a non-standard dialectal variant for well. The baby can walk pretty good. Tending to promote physical well-being, beneficial to health. A good night's sleep. Appealing to the mind. Good music. Of moral excellence. A genuinely good person. Not left to spoil. The meat is still good. In excellent physical condition. Good teeth. Not forged. A good dollar bill. Having the normally expected amount. Gives good measure. Completely and absolutely good is sometimes used informally for thoroughly. We beat him good. Deserving of esteem and respect. Ruined the family's good name. Resulting favorably. It's a good thing that I wasn't there. Having or showing knowledge and skill and aptitude. A good mechanic. Financially safe. A good investment. Most suitable or right for a particular purpose. A good time to plant tomatoes. Agreeable or pleasing. We all had a good time. Benefit. For your own good. Capable of pleasing. Good looks. Generally admired. Good taste. Having desirable or positive qualities, especially those suitable for a thing specified. Good news from the hospital. Morally admirable. Thorough. Had a good workout. Articles of commerce. Articles of commerce. How much there is or how many there are of something that you can quantify. An adequate or large amount. He had a quantity of ammunition. The concept that something has a magnitude and can be represented in mathematical expressions by a constant or a variable. Relating to or used in chemistry. Chemical engineer. Material produced by or used in a reaction involving changes in atoms or molecules. Of or made from or using substances produced by or used in reactions involving atomic or molecular changes. Chemical fertilizer. Material produced by or used in a reaction involving changes in atoms or molecules. A phenomenon that follows and is caused by some previous phenomenon. He acted very wise after the event. A special set of circumstances. In that event, the first possibility is excluded. A phenomenon located at a single point in spacetime, the fundamental observational entity in relativity theory. Something that happens at a given place and time. A phenomenon that follows and is caused by some previous phenomenon. Something that results. A phenomenon that follows and is caused by some previous phenomenon. His decision had depressing consequences for business. Having important effects or influence. Decisions of great consequence are made by the president himself. The outcome of an event especially as relative to an individual. A phenomenon that follows and is caused by some previous phenomenon. The income or profit arising from such transactions as the sale of land or other property. Circulate or distribute or equip with. Issue a new uniform to the children. Come out of. Water issued from the hole in the wall. The act of issuing printed materials. One of a series published periodically. She found an old issue of the magazine in her dentist's waiting room. An opening that permits escape or release. The canyon had only one issue. The becoming visible. Prepare an issue for public distribution or sale. Supplies, as food or clothing or ammunition, issued by the government. The immediate descendants of a person. He died without issue. The act of providing an item for general use or for official purposes, usually in quantity. A new issue of stamps. Make out an issue. Some situation or event that is thought about. An important question that is in dispute and must be settled. The issue could be settled by requiring public education for everyone. Bring out an official document, such as a warrant. A phenomenon that follows and is caused by some previous phenomenon. A phenomenon that follows and is caused by some previous phenomenon. The magnetic effect was greater when the rod was lengthwise. Of a law, having legal validity. The law is still in effect. Produce. The central meaning or theme of a speech or literary work. An outward appearance. She retained that bold effect in her reproductions of the original painting. Act so as to bring into existence. Effect a change. An impression, especially one that is artificial or contrived. He just did it for effect. A symptom caused by an illness or a drug. The effects of sleep loss. A phenomenon that follows and is caused by some previous phenomenon. Produce as a result or residue. Issue or terminate, in a specified way, state, etc., end. Result in tragedy. A statement that solves a problem or explains how to solve the problem. He computed the result to 4 decimal places. The semantic role of the noun phrase whose referent exists only by virtue of the activity denoted by the verb in the clause. Something that results. He listened for the results on the radio. Come about or follow as a consequence. Nothing will result from this meeting. Physical objects consisting of a number of pages bound together. He used a large book as a doorstop. A record in which commercial accounts are recorded. They got a subpoena to examine our books. The sacred writings of Islam revealed by God to the Prophet Muhammad during his life at Mecca and Medina. A compilation of the known facts regarding something or someone. His name is in all the record books. A written version of a play or other dramatic composition, used in preparing for a performance. The sacred writings of the Christian religions. A collection of rules or prescribed standards on the basis of which decisions are made. They run things by the book around here. Arrange for and reserve something for someone else in advance. The agent booked tickets to the show for the whole family. A collection of playing cards satisfying the rules of a card game. A major division of a long written composition. The Book of Isaiah. A number of sheets, ticket or stamps, etc., bound together on one edge. He bought a book of stamps. A written work or composition that has been published, printed on pages bound together. I am reading a good book on economics. Engage for a performance. Her agent had booked her for several concerts in Tokyo. Record a charge in a police register. The policeman booked her when she tried to solicit a man. Register in a hotel booker. A product of your creative thinking and work. After years of work, his brainchild was a tangible reality. A secondary and sometimes unexpected consequence. A product made during the manufacture of something else. A secondary and sometimes unexpected consequence. A product made during the manufacture of something else. Something that can be provided as the product of development. Under this contract, the deliverables include both software and hardware. Suitable for or ready for delivery. Final product. The things produced. Make a film or photograph of something. A form of entertainment that enacts a story by sound and a sequence of images giving the illusion of continuous movement. The film was shot on location. A thin sheet of, usually plastic and usually transparent, material used to wrap or cover things. Photographic material consisting of a base of celluloid covered with a photographic emulsion, used to make negatives or transparencies. A medium that disseminates moving pictures. Film coverage of sporting events. A thin coating or layer. The table was covered with a film of dust. Record in film. The coronation was filmed. Look through a book or other written material. Throw or toss with a quick motion. Flick a piece of paper across the table. Cuz to make a snapping sound. A form of entertainment that enacts a story by sound and a sequence of images giving the illusion of continuous movement. Shine unsteadily. The candle flickered. Flash intermittently. The lights flicked on and off. Twitch or flutter. The paper flicked. Cuz to move with a flick. He flicked his bic. A light sharp contact, usually with something flexible. He gave it a flick with his finger. A short stroke. Remove with a flick of the hand. Touch or hit with a light, quick blow. Flicked him with his hand. An amount of a product. Bear fruit. The trees fruited early this year. Cuz to bear fruit. The consequence of some effort or action. He lived long enough to see the fruit of his policies. The ripened reproductive body of a seed plant.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.